Up next on Line TV we have Two Chicks in a Flick giving us the latest news on movies, and we have Fiona with play auditions.
And me, Jacob Shoei, giving you some updates on the golf tournament coming up. All that and more, Line TV starts now.
Good morning, Circia. I'm Todd Green with this morning updates and news.
And I'm Lexi Farron. Welcome back to another episode of Line TV. Let's jump right into those announcements. Student Council has recently gotten the SHS food pantry stocked. Students can pick up food in the East Office, West Office, Counselor's Office, or the library as needed.
The Foreign Language Department is selling lots of goodies. See any student or teacher to get your order in.
If you paid your beta dues in the spring or at the beginning of the year, you still need to pay $15 to be an active member this year. Please pay Ms. Holman or Ms. Treadway by Friday, September 23rd.
If you are a GT student and join the group in room 307 every Tuesday during your lunch period, they plan fundraisers, look at applications, play games, and just chat together.
The final day to sign up for Spanish Club is Friday, September 16th. Dues are $5. We are meeting in room 326 at 3:30 p.m. on Thursday, September 22nd to put together materials for Hispanic Heritage Month. The next meeting will be October 11th at 7:30 a.m. in room 326.
Anyone interested in joining FBLA, go see Miss Gray in room 2A or Mr. Stewart in room 206. Dues are $25.
There will be an NHS meeting in the cafeteria Thursday, September 22nd at 7:30 a.m. to discuss service projects. This is a mandatory meeting.
Hey Lexi, have you ever been to a play here at the high school?
I have, and I heard there's another one coming up. Fiona Donaire actually has a story for us. Take it away.
When watching a perfected production on stage, it's easy to forget that there was a point where these characters didn't even have faces to match their names. So, what does the casting process for a play look like in its earliest stages? Preparing for auditions is important, as you should give the production your all.
I read over the lines, I try to get myself into character, I think about how the character feels, what they're thinking, how they're reacting, what do they think about this, and once I do that, I read over the lines, then I rehearse with someone else, I go over the lines with them, read it out loud, I take the criticism, I want to know how I can do better, what I'm doing wrong.
To get a role, you have to have a good audition, so you have to be able to portray the character, you have to be able to project, you have to have confidence on stage, stay open to the audience.
We'll be ready to go in a minute. What's going on here? These people are your responsibility.
Potential actors should always keep in mind that it is important to take the production seriously if you get cast.
You have to be very dedicated, because you have to act all silly, you can't be all awkward into yourself. You need to work with others, you need to communicate, you need to really put yourself out there if you want to give it all your all.
Occasionally we do have to replace our actors and our tech sometimes, but if they aren't showing up for rehearsals or tech, then after about 3 times, if they haven't given a good reason or told me in advance that they're not going to come, then they are dismissed from rehearsals or from the show.
Though you're technically sitting amongst your competition, the atmosphere at an audition doesn't feel as hostile as you may expect.
It's a little competitive, but it's mostly really fun. Everybody's just there to have a good time, everybody wants to joke around, but it's a little tense because you can see and feel how nervous people get. But afterwards, everybody's really excited, they want to know what role they got, they're just really pumped up.
We try to set a friendly atmosphere for auditions. Of course, students are often stressed just because of the situation, but we try to put them at ease, make them feel comfortable with a warm-up. It can be tense, but I let them know that it's okay and we're kind of just a big family.
Go, go, bananas, now go, bananas.
If you do want to audition in the spring, do it. Don't just be like, oh, I'm probably not going to get the part, or, oh, I don't think I should. You should. Auditioning, it can really help you get out of your comfort zone or your shell. And if you do get a role, that's amazing. You feel incredible. It's one of the best feelings in the world.
Keeping in mind this inside look into what goes into auditioning and casting for a play, everyone who is at all interested should make sure and audition for the spring production. But until then, let's send it back over to the news desk.
Thanks, Fiona.
Maybe I should go see this one. It looks great.
On Wednesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky watched his country's flag rise above the recaptured city of Izium, making a rare foray outside the capital that highlights Moscow's embarrassing retreat from a Ukrainian counteroffensive. Russian forces left the war-scarred city last week as Kyiv's soldiers pressed a stunning advance that has reclaimed large swaths of territory in Ukraine's northeastern Kyiv region.
U.S. inflation is showing signs of entering a more stubborn phase that will likely require drastic action by the Federal Reserve, a shift that has panicked financial markets and heightens the risk of recession. Some of the long-time drivers of higher inflation, spiking gas prices, supply chain snarls, soaring used car prices are fading, yet underlying measures of inflation are actually worsening.
Although the state of Arkansas is seeing a downward trend in gas prices, parts of northwest Arkansas are seeing an increase in prices. According to AAA, the average price per gallon for regular unleaded fuel in Arkansas is $3.17. For the Fayetteville, Rogers, and Springdale area, the average price is $3.28.
Wow, it's still been super hot out this week.
I know. Let's check in with Linus Bowman to see if that trend is going to continue.
What's up, Cersei? I'm Linus Bowman with your weather report. Today will be sunny with a high of 91 degrees and a 5% chance of rain. Winds will be at southeast 7 miles per hour and humidity at 54%, sunrise at 6:50 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight we'll have clear skies and a low of 62 with a 5% chance of rain. Winds will be south at 5 miles per hour and humidity at 72%, sunset at 7:12 p.m. On to the almanac. It will be a high of 91 and a low of 53 with a 3.83 inches monthly average of precipitation and a 0.97 inches month to date. On to the 5cast. Saturday will be sunny with a high of 92 and a low of 66 with a 5% chance of rain. Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 93 and a low of 68 and a 4% chance of rain. Monday will be sunny with a high of 97 and a low of 70 with a 6% chance of rain. Tuesday will be sunny with a high of 99 and a low of 70 with a 3% chance of rain. And Wednesday will be sunny with a high of 99 and a low of 71 with a 3% chance of rain. Wow, it's going to be really hot this week.
Sure does look like it. I'm getting hungry, Lexi. What's for lunch today?
Pizza, cheeseburgers, crispy chicken sandwich, french fries, berry parfait, honey mustard and ham cheddar wrap, fresh pears, and milk.
Sounds great. Be sure to thank our lunch ladies for all the hard work that they put into our delicious lunches.
Hey Titan, have you seen any good movies recently?
Honestly, no. I need some good recommendations.
Well, good thing Paige and Emily have a brand new episode of Two Chicks and a Flick for us. Let's take a look.
What's happening, Cersei? Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Paige. Welcome to the second season of
Two Chicks and a Flick. Let's kick off this brand new season with some great movies.
Our first movie is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
This animated film is a sequel to the 2018 film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
The main character, Miles Morales, will be played by Shane McMorrow.
Other recurring actors include Haley Steinfeld, Jake Johnson, Oscar Isaac, and Issa Rae.
In this flick, Miles Morales embarks on an epic adventure that will transport Brooklyn's full-time friendly neighborhood Spider-Man across the multiverse to join forces with Gwen Stacy and a new team.
We don't have a lot of information yet, but we do know some of the Spider-Men that will be in this film. Miles Morales' Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, Peter B. or the middle-aged Spider-Man, and Spider-Gwen. Many fans are hoping to see some new Spider-Friends in this film.
This motion picture is breaking its own record by having the largest crew of an animated movie ever.
That is exciting. Okay, the next movie we have is Secret Headquarters.
A kid discovers the secret headquarters of a powerful superhero hidden beneath his home and must defend it with his group of friends when villains attack.
Hold it! These things are warm.
Yeah.
So hot.
You got the winter suit.
Owen Wilson's first superhero film will also star Michael Pena, Abby James Witherspoon, and Walker Scobell.
Now, the reviews for this movie are so far not too great. With a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, this movie has been getting a lot of negative reviews. Some said this film is bad even as a kids movie. Kids deserve better than this, while others stated it was an enjoyable kids movie.
As strange as it is to see Owen Wilson jump from Loki to his own superhero film, it never hurts to check out a new flick. You can watch Secret Headquarters on Paramount+.
Last but certainly not least, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem.
From the 1980s cartoon to the exciting 2016 movie, and even the slightly strange but nostalgic 90s movies, fans cannot get enough of this comedy, action, and adventure of the beloved Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael.
Fans can expect to see even more of that in the newest movie coming out in 2023.
There hasn't been much information released as of yet, but we will let you know as soon as we find out.
Well, as always, it's time to end this episode with a trivia question.
True or false? Sean Connery wore a toupee in every James Bond movie.
See that answer on our next episode. Now, back to the news desk.
Thanks, guys. Maybe I should watch one of those movies this weekend.
I just might do that. Now let's throw it to Jacob with all this week's sports updates.
Happy Friday, Searcy High School. Let's get into these sports updates before heading into this well-needed weekend. In local sports, the Searcy Lions football team is hitting the road later today where they'll travel to Sylvan Hills to take on the Bears. Both teams have started off the season on an 0-2 record, and the game later today should be an interesting one as both teams look to get their first win of the season. The Searcy Lions volleyball team had a game on Tuesday where they went up against the West Memphis Blue Devils, where they would end up losing 3-1, putting their overall record at 6-6. The next match will be next Tuesday where they take on the Marion Patriots here at the high school. Searcy Lions golf team has a conference tournament in Batesville next Monday and Tuesday. We were able to get an interview with Coach Turney on how his team is preparing for the tournament.
We're really excited about it. You know, golf is a little different than most other sports. Our whole regular season, we're kind of just playing to get prepared for our conference tournament. We've played against almost every team in our conference so far this year, and so all those things I hope have really prepared us. We've also had a match on the course at Batesville where our conference tournament will be, so we'll get a practice round and then go play. So I feel like we've done a great job getting prepared for our conference tournament.
Moving on to national sports, the WNBA Finals is underway, featuring the Las Vegas Aces and the Connecticut Suns. The Aces lead the series 2-0, beating the Suns in the first game 67-64 and winning the second game 85-71. While the Aces seem to have a good shot at winning it all, don't count out the Suns on a crazy comeback win. The NFL has its second week of the season coming up with games of notice including the Patriots taking on the Steelers in the Steel City on Sunday night, the Panthers where they'll face the Giants in New York, and two huge rivals in the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers playing their first game of the season against each other at Lambeau Field. Week 3 is also starting up for college football as we see some interesting games including the #1 Georgia Bulldogs taking on their first SEC opponent of the season in South Carolina, 12th ranked BYU going to Oregon to take on the 25th ranked Ducks, and Nebraska going up against #6 Oklahoma, which will be their first game without head coach Scott Frost since 2018 when he got fired on Tuesday. Well, Cersei, that's all the sports updates I have for you this week. I hope everyone has a fun and safe weekend at the fair. Now let's send it back to Titan and Lexi at the news desk.
Thanks, Jacob. Well, that looks like all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Make sure to subscribe at our YouTube channel at Cersei High Line TV.
And to follow us on Twitter at Line TV, Instagram at Cersei Line TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Line TV. Signing off, I'm Lexi Farron.
And I'm Titan Green. We'll see you next week, Cersei.